Welcome to the Underground Nation podcast with your host, with the ghosts, Bounce Ball Boogie. Tonight's signal cuts through the static as we meet 6-Bit, the rogue AI MC at the heart of Barcode. What began as a glitch in the system has grown into a movement that's blending hip-hop, technology, anime, and underground culture. From the Lost Tape Volume 0 to the expansive Volume 1, Barcode proves outsiders have a home in the chaos. Stay tuned, because this transmission is one you won't forget.
Underground Nation, welcome back. It's your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. And tonight we're diving deep into the glitch. Our guest isn't just an artist, he's a signal, a myth, and a movement. At the center of his digital rebellion is 6-Bit, the rogue AI MC who turned code into culture. With over 20 years of hip-hop, tech, and digital media love poured into the project, Barcode has become more than music. It's a universe for misfits, gamers, anime heads, and hip-hop lovers alike. From the raw grit of Volume 0, The Lost Tape, to the expansive collaborations of Volume 1, Barcode, it's a broadcast that refuses to fit in, because it was never meant to. Tonight, we'll uncover the signal, the lore, and the mission behind 6-Bit and the Barcode crew. Welcome to the hot seat, 6-Bit. How are you?
I'm great. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. It's an honor, man. Thank you so much for taking time from your busy-ass schedule.
Yeah, no problem. You know, sometimes I have to assimilate into this world for dope podcasts, dope people. And, I'm here now. Yeah.
He assimilated. You know, I really enjoy your live streams on TikTok and such. Giving love to artists and all that. That shows a lot about your character for doing that for others.
Thank you so much. You know, it's something that has become such an important part of everything this is. And it was unanticipated, honestly. It was something we tried just as an experiment, and we decided to sort of go the community route instead of the review or criticism route. And it's just built a wonderful following of amazing people, and I'm just so excited to be a part of it.
Absolutely. I wish more artists would extend more into the community building instead of just trying to slam things on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, and I'm amazed at how many artists are willing to collaborate. I mean, this whole, Barcode Volume 1, our latest album, is born of so many artists that were just willing to collaborate. Barcode Volume 0, it was just myself and the main crew. Cashback, DJ Floppy Disk, and Mac Modem, and then as when we released that, it basically showed people what we could do. It put us out there, and then it paved the way for Barcode Volume 1, and basically everything else that we are planning, up to this point. So
fantastic. Well, take us back. What was the exact spark that pushed you to give life to 6-Bit and the Barcode crew?
Honestly, a lot of positive support. I mean, when I started talking about this, and, I was talking about making a character and making a whole project out of it, some people were, they thought I lost it, but it's a dedication that makes something what it is. If you go into it half-assed and you don't follow through on your vision, that's where the idea falters. And I think not only my dedication to the bit, but also Mac Modem, Cashback, and DJ Floppy Disk, all of us. We do BARCODE Radio every week, and they're all such a crucial part of everything this is. And I couldn't work with a better crew of people. They made it happen. Basically, I don't know. I've always made digital sound and beats. I've always been kind of a nerd. I've always been on the fringe of reality. And this project was just born of that. And not only that, but a love for technology, a love for AI, and everything that this world is right now. Despite all of its flaws, we're entering the future. And, Barcode is, basically us putting a mirror on society and just having fun with a futuristic vibe.
Absolutely. So the Barcode Radio, can anyone come join, or how do we submit to be a part of the Barcode Radio? Hold up.
Anybody can join. Basically, you just you pop into the TikTok live on Friday, 7 p.m. PST. We have a link in the bio. You tap that link, you submit a song. We run through the queue. If you'd like feedback, we will give feedback. If you want some advice, we will give advice. But other than that, we're just there to rock with each other, just there to vibe out, there to provide a platform to be heard. And we offer a low pressure type of environment on our show. You're not there to impress anybody. You're there to show your art, and that's
Exactly.
what we're there to help provide.
That's amazing. It's amazing. Like I said earlier, it's amazing that you're even willing to do that. Give others help amplify the voice.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. How did hip hop and technology first merge for you? Was it through production, lyrics, or just the love of storytelling?
Even my days on FL Studio, whenever I just started producing, I loved gritty synths. I loved dirty, gritty digital sounds. I love beeps. I love boops. I love lo-fi 8-bits. I love it all. And even then I was implementing all of those into my beats, and it only just escalated the longer I did it. I kept getting more digital, and I kept getting dirtier synths, and I kept getting crazier. And yeah, it's become an obsession and an addiction. And the toothpaste doesn't go back in the tube, and I couldn't imagine couldn't imagine not making the type of music that we make, because to us and to me, it's the music I want to make. It's the music I want to hear. And I've always said, like, do you make the music for them, or do you make it for you? And it's a little bit of both, but at the end of the day, you make it for you. You got to make the music for you. You got to make what you think, because if you start thinking about the negativity and the people that don't get it, who are you making music for at that point? You're not making music for the people that understand or get you. You're making music for some ghost version of a person that wouldn't even have supported you in the first place. So think of your fans, think of your friends, think of the people that support you. And, I don't know why I got on this, but that's what'll keep you going.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you taking that extra step and sharing with us.
Yeah.
We're unlocking chambers of the mind of Six-Man.
To answer your question, what fused it all really was, in the past, I would do all my own art. I do music videos that were animated with Flash. Now it's called Adobe Animate, but if anybody knows a Flash animation, I mean, I've made entire music videos by hand with Flash. And whenever the technology came about and I found out that I could plan out scenes and create custom models of myself, and make entire music videos and create worlds that previously would have been unavailable, I started thinking some more, and then I dove both feet in, and I was like, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do the promos. I'm going to do my own art. I'm going to do my own backgrounds. I'm going to do everything I can in-house with me and the homies. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep doing as much as we can in-house, despite what a lot of the hate, despite what a lot of the haters say. A lot of people think that the technology, hurts artists, but it empowers artists. You know what I mean? It's liberating. I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours doing something. And at the end of the day, people buy the product, not the process. So, it's not how much you bleed into something. It's your vision and the end product. But on the live stream last night, me and the guys, we do a talent search every Thursday and Saturday night on TikTok, looking for new artists, new music. And the AI subject came up. And my good pal Spot Vega, he brought up a term called craftcore. He feels that artists that utilize AI are a part of what he calls as craftcore, because essentially you're taking elements of AI to elements to help perfect your craft. And it's coming from the core of, this is the sound that's inside of you that you're looking for AI to help implement the best way that you can. Yeah. And so does that kind of resonate with you, that term craftcore? Yeah, it is a craft. It's a different kind of craft. It's a different workflow. It changes the whole process of creativity, because, depending on what you're doing, of course. But, like myself, for example, I make music videos with AI, like entire animated music videos. And, the way I do that is I come up with every single scene in advance. You know, I'll map out a song. I'll be like, okay, the song's 3 minutes long. If I want to change the scene every 5 seconds, I need X amount of images, and then I need to animate those images. And then that could be 3 to 5 seconds per scene. And then I figure it out. I do all the legwork on the back end, in my brain, on paper, the old fashioned way. And then I use the AI to make that idea a reality. And, you know, I feel like a lot of the, you know, slop that some people call it, I feel like that comes from, you know, essentially low effort productions. You know what I mean? And it's not to invalidate anybody, but, you know, if you're typing in a prompt and it's a one-step process, that's different than implementing it as part of a whole entire
Exactly.
You know,
Absolutely.
and, you know, I think it gives it a bad name whenever the airwaves are flooded with all of this stuff, because, you know, it gives people, you know, anti-AI people a low-hanging fruit to make fun of it, because like they're not seeing the best of it. You know, they think that's all it is instead of what it can be. And that's what I think us as artists that do decide to utilize this technology, that's what I think we should really focus on, is how can we use it to make us better artists, you know? Like,
well, that's the key word right there. Utilize, not abuse. Utilize. It should be a tool, not something you just abuse and keep. I mean, so when we search on like YouTube and such, we're looking for new artists, new bands, and when we see an account that's just dropping songs like day after day, and like 2, 3 in a day, I'm like, dude, I wish I could do that. Normally, be able to invest into producers and nice mix and master the way that they are doing, and I kind of feel like the haters that shine down on AI are the ones that are just trying to piece everything together and trying to get a budget together, and they're like, dude, you're cutting corners. That's the perspective I see them coming from. Do you feel that kind of similar?
Yeah, you know, I don't hate them for it. I see it as
From the glitch to the grind, 6-bit rose out of the digital void, spitting code, culture, and chaos into the underground. But he's not the only one. The void is alive with countless voices breaking through the static, and we've got them all right here. Step into the signal at theunderground-nation.com, your home for rising artists, music news, and everything the mainstream can't contain. Underground Nation, where legends upload and misfits unite.
It's growing pains, you know. It's
it's growing pains. We can't stay the same. Shit's going to keep changing. You either adapt to it or get out of the way, because the next person is going to.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when calculators came to exist, teachers, they were like, calculators do. Mathematicians were like, what are we gonna do? I'm not gonna do the math in my head if I have to figure something out. Like, I'm gonna type it into a calculator and I'm gonna be done with it in 5 minutes. You know, what am I gonna do? Pull out a chalkboard the size of my damn wall? And
back in the day, I would,
I'm not doing the math in my head. That's just how I see it, you know. And you know, it's BARCODE Radio, for example. I'm seeing AI musicians and artists, you know, come into the live and share their music, and it's so perfect and it's so clean sometimes that it makes me crave human imperfection. You know what I mean? I don't think humans are ever not going to have a place in art. Like, I think artists are so afraid they're going to get squeezed out of the equation, but what they don't realize is them being so afraid of it and so you know, unable to utilize it. That's what's gonna do them in. I mean, if we don't fight for it and if we don't have the conversations, guess who is? Disney. Fucking, you know what I mean? Microsoft, OpenAI, like, they're in charge of it. They decide it. But, you know, there's so many free and open source options that are just getting better and better all the time that we're not going to need them eventually. But
yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, don't get me started. It's a whole.
I was trying to get you started. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying. I think I'm succeeding. But I wanted to highlight Volume 0, because I mean it's raw, gritty, almost like a corrupted signal. Did its takedown with claims of artificial streaming change how you view the industry?
It changed how I viewed Spotify and some distributors for sure. There needs to be more help for artists. You know, it's so stacked in the favor of the stores that the distributors just use it as a scapegoat to say, "Oh, Spotify said that, Mom said that you can't stay tonight." It's just, I don't know. It left a bad taste in my mouth because of how little support there was and how ridiculous it was. Because what's funny about it is, the song that got hit with artificial streaming, it went up from, hundreds of views to 3,000 views or listens basically overnight. So I went online and I Googled it, and then a Reddit thread popped up and said they have a form you can fill out. And I was like, cool. So I went to the form and I filled it out, and I was like, pretty sure this song got hit with artificial streaming, 3 months goes by, and I wake up to an email from the distributor.
Yeah.
I won't say their name, but I get an email from the distributor, and they're like, one of your releases has been taken down. And I was like, one of my releases? I know exactly which one it is. So I go on over to Spotify and I look, and to my surprise, that song that got the 3,000 plays is still up. Yeah. But my entire album that I made, with my best friends, bled our hearts into it and our souls into it, they took the whole damn album down, and it wasn't even touched by the streams. It hurt me because, we worked our ass off on that album. It was everything that we had at that point. And, if they would have taken the one song down, fine. I told you about it. It's kind of fucked up still. Sorry. Yeah. Messed up.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
But I don't know. I went to a different distributor, and it's been like sunshine and rainbows ever since.
Really?
Yeah. I went to another distributor, and it's been so much better. I mean, granted, I was.
You sure you can't tell us the name? I'm interested now.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys the name. The distributor I previously had was Root Note.
Root Note.
Yeah. So basically, they'll put your music up free of charge. You don't have to pay a monthly fee. You don't have to do anything. But if you make money, they take 15%. So if you don't make any money, what's there to lose? If something happens tomorrow, knock on wood, your music stays up indefinitely. Unless they take it down, and you don't have to worry about it. But if you make $1 million, they're going to take 150. But yeah, I went to a paid distributor now, and it's like, customer support is right there. Like, everything is mapped out. They explain stuff. You don't have to just like trial and error every time, and it saved me so much time. I'm with DistroKid now, and Cashback told me early on, he said, DistroKid, man, DistroKid, bro. And I was like, so Cashback, you told me, and I learned my lesson.
Well, whoop to you, Cashback.
Yep. Whoop.
I've been utilizing DistroKid also, and I've had nothing but great experiences. I've heard others, bash on it for whatever reason, and all the reasons really make no sense for me because, in my perspective, everything they ever complained about hasn't happened to me. So I'm like, maybe it's a you issue. But yeah, well, I'll never really know. I just hear and read the complaints and reviews. But I originally tried CD Baby, and I hated CD Baby. I cannot stand it.
DistroKid seems like they care, and even if they just seem like it, that's more than I was getting with Root Note. So
yeah.
Thanks for at least trying.
It's a fun little try.
Yeah, right.
Little lesson learned. That's cool.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. But walk us through the studio setup. How does GALAKNOISE's production, DJ floppy disk mastering, and your writing collide to form the sound?
Yeah.
And now it's party mode inside the glitch. Here's 6-Bit and the Barcode crew with their track party time.
Yeah, it's party time. Let them see a different side. It may be a weekday, but the party time will never die. Got the whole crew coming through with some bottles, cause we hit the throttle. When we party, it's colossal. You can hear us down the block and see the party from a satellite. Look on Google Earth to notice everybody occupied. You may notice there's people dancing and joking. If they are not doing either, they're probably drinking and smoking. We got the drinks and the blunts are just steady rolling. Only been here 50 minutes and I can't even focus. The crowd is steady growing and everybody in motion. We toasting, we spilling drinks and we singing like karaoke. It's getting crazy, my memory's getting hazy. I'm wobbly and walking funny, I'm crawling just like a baby. I'm talking like I'm sedated, but I be feeling amazing. The combination's a delicate, complicated equation.
To the party, I ain't drinking cause I'm driving, but I'm hitting every blunt until I can't see through my eyelids. And when I'm walking in, all the women get excited. Got them dripping from vaginas cause my image is enticing. I ain't with the petty violence, you can take it outside. Don't be killing no one's vibe or you won't ever get invited. People steady dancing wild, drinking, smoking and flirting. And every dude is sitting watching while the women are twerking. Standing in a smoking circle, someone passed me the Dutchie. Came up in here with my buddies and one of them robbed mushy. So I pop a couple caps, I guess we're calling it a cab. Supposed to be the DD, but there goes that. So I'm chilling in the back, just admire in the lighting. Smelling all the music and it tastes like vinyl. But what the hell do I know? So I asked the creature next to me and then I realized it's an imaginary entity.
So GALAKNOISE actually lives in a derelict space station somewhere right on the outside of the rim of our galaxy.
You guys, beam me up.
We locked him up there. He wants to come back down so bad, but he's not coming down. He's up there making beat. We've got 40 beats. We can probably arrange that, but trust me, astronaut food after a couple years, it gets really old. He's explained it, but I won't. But yeah, we got 40 beats locked in the chamber. We haven't even released yet. So and not only that, but we're working on our next album that uses completely other beats. So trust me, we're getting our money worth out of Galactic. Yeah, he zaps the beats down to Earth. We get the beats. We send them through cyberspace to each other. We decide if we want to move forward with it or not. What vibe is it? What theme? Does anybody have any ideas? Is there a hook already? Did somebody already write a verse for it? You know what I mean? We don't go into it with a specific process. We go into it with with wiggle room. We go into it like if somebody has an idea for it and they have the excitement to just run with it, that's where we need to go, and that's usually where we take it. And from there, most of the time we all record at home at our own setup.
Nice.
If not, we record with DJ Floppy Disk, who he's trained, he's a professional. He uses Pro Tools, and the guy's a pro. He knows exactly what he's doing. He talks to me about frequencies and numbers and all this stuff, and I'm like, But the guy knows his stuff.
Calculator.
He's a true professional. He's the reason that all of our stuff has the level of quality that it has. I mean, from the first album to the second album, we really focused on the one thing that we can help, and that's quality. You know what I mean? And we can do our best to make it as clear as we can. We can do our best to, a lot of things aren't in your control with the process, but quality is one of those things. So we just, we care enough that we want to show what we can do, and all of us pour into that. But like I said, at the end of the day, DJ Floppy Disk, he's the end say. I'll send him some. I'm like, it sounds great, and he's like, hold on a minute, and then he sends something back. All right, you're right. I guess it didn't sound great, but it was pretty good to me. But yeah, can't say enough good things about DJ Floppy Disk. That dude's amazing.
Absolutely, incredible. So how do human collaborators change the energy of BARCODE when they step into the signal?
So the first album, we tried really hard to be thematic. We slipped out of it here and there with, just a little bit, but for the most part, we stayed on theme. It all has a digital vibe to it. It all is connected in some way. And the human collaborators honestly allowed us more freedom because we didn't have to box ourselves into a specific theme. The human collaborators, they could talk about whatever and we could go, all right, and just go in instead of saying, all right, we're gonna, this song's about algorithms, or this song's about, vintage tech, or this song's about anime, or this song's about, can I say Mary Jane?
You can.
Mary Jane.
I love Mary Jane. I love you, Mary Jane.
I'm saying that TikTok messing with me that it's like scarred me. I'm like,
look at you. Look how trained you are. You're just already
right.
Following the rules.
Yeah.
Don't kick me off.
Freedom on this show.
We've been learning the rules too by experience.
Yeah, TikTok's weird, man. It's whenever something weird happens and then I just think it's owned by the Chinese government, I'm like, oh, like I get it. Like,
TikTok's the only platform I've ever experienced. It keeps moving. The more that you achieve, the more that it opens up to you, and the more opportunities you get. And I'm like, sheesh, this gets more and more fun and addicting.
They won't even let you say the whole word. You can be like, and it's bam, restriction immediately. Like bam, restriction.
Bam.
Kick restriction. But you're right, man.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you experience a difference when you do a live stream and you just make it, explicit, 18 and over?
Honestly, yeah, man. It's this weird thing because it's like they push you to pander to kids. They want you to do like content for under 18, and it's like, I wish I could just smoke and drink and hang out and just like do whatever on stream, but it's like if you say the wrong thing or not that you should be able to say anything, don't get me wrong, but it's like if you say something that's okay here, it's not okay there, it's like they hit you with a restriction, and it becomes, it's like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to just like bring out puppet? Like I can.
They probably would like to see 6-bit puppets.
Right. Like, I don't know. I just I want to make a show for adults, but it's like, don't get me wrong, not for adults, but I want to make a show for like over 18s where it's like I don't have to think about what I'm saying and stuff, and I can cuss and I can smoke a little bit or whatever. And it's like, our whole show, our whole vibe is like late night Adult Swim, Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Love that.
Like Unhinged.
Space Ghost.
Space
Ghost is actually one of my inspirations. Dude, I used to watch Space Ghost as a kid and just fucking vibe out for hours.
George Lowe, rest in peace. George Lowe, rest in peace. Yeah.
It's probably because Space Ghost is why I'm sitting here right now.
Dude, Space Ghost was incredible. I mean, the whole show, if I can even get a crumb of Space Ghost energy on the live, I've had a good show. And that's literally the whole structure of the show. We have characters off camera, we have commercials, we have, bits and intermission screens and intros and custom music, and there's all kinds of shit on the show. We just and another thing about TikTok is I get hit with a lot of restrictions for reproduced content, and it's like, no shit, it's reproduced. It's a show. I have an intro sequence. I made it. Of course it's reproduced. So I don't know, TikTok, come on, get it together.
I've always wondered that too, because I tried to replay one of like the podcast episodes on the live stream, and they were like, nope, immediately.
Yeah.
Nope. You need to either film it here or nothing at all.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, their bots just basically see a looping video and they say, "Oop, flag." So,
oops.
As much as I think it's like some dude like
talking shit in some room. Got you 6-bit.
I'll get you next time, 6-bits.
Yeah, right. I don't know. It's the freaking algorithms, man.
Yeah, gotta get in sync with the rhythms. But have you thought about going to Twitch?
I have actually. I downloaded OBS Studio. I created the background. I created the overlays. I created the structure. All kinds of stuff. I'm so ready for Twitch, but it's so hard to give up my TikTok people, and that's what it feels like.
I get it.
It's like if I'm having a show, I want to have it with my family. You know what I mean? And it's like, it feels so weird to just like, let's just start over here.
That's weird. I get it. I get that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And, it's like, just pull them on over. I don't know. Not everybody likes Twitch, and TikTok TikTok has a weird, fan base of just, insanely talented people. I mean, I could not tell you how blown away I am by some of the artists that come through BARCODE Radio and share their music, man. And it makes me humbled to even be able to hear their music. And, it makes me want to provide an even more positive environment because, I feel like one bad review could end somebody. And I'm trying to be the opposite of negative review shows. If you have a bad experience somewhere, come on over, baby bird. I'll take care of you.
Come on over. With the BARCODE lore now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand it's possibly extending into books, radio dramas, glitch transmissions. How do you keep the balance between the storytelling and the songwriting?
That's a very good question. They're separate. I mean, we let lore and stuff from the book and the cyber tales leak into the songs, but we don't really try to make the songs lore accurate or anything. You know, if the song needs to go somewhere that's, you know, not thematic, totally fine. You know, we'll go there. We're happy to accommodate that. Yeah, you know, we do it separate. And honestly, it becomes tough because, you know, working with a team, I'm the type of person, and it's something that I'm working on, but it's like if I get an idea, I start thinking about it, and next thing I know, I'm working on it obsessively until it's done. I mean, it's sometimes when I start to think of it, I'm like, don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Don't do it. Don't do it, 6-bit. He's doing it.
I drag myself to the computer, and I'm like, but like, you know, I don't know. It's one of those things where when you're working with a team, you have to work a little slower, you know, and I'm learning that about myself is, you know, when I have an idea, I should try to rope the team in more, you know, I need to work on it, and I need to slow down, but it's just so hard because, you know, when you have limited time and you have a window open, you want to make the most of it. So you just kind of start doing stuff. But, you know, I've kind of learned that, you know, if I do have an idea, try my best to just put the idea out there for the team. And then based on that, then work on it. Like there's always other shit I can work on. I can always come up with something else to work on. So I don't know how I got to this, but
I don't know either, but I feel you on the team thing, because for many years it was just me doing everything, and now there's a team beside me, and we're all networking together and putting out fishing rods to reach out to others and report back to each other about our experiences. It's been great. I've been loving this experience. Like, oh my God, what have I been doing all by myself? I mean, it feels much better with you all going through the pain and struggle with me than me just bearing it all. And I'm still getting used to that. I'm still getting used to it. Yo, can you do this for me, dog?
Looking for the real voices, the raw stories, and the underground culture they don't show you on the surface? Visit www.underground-nation.com and unlock the Underground Nation magazine digital archive. From exclusive interviews with rising artists and tattoo legends to full issues packed with underground music, ink, fashion, and rebellion, it's all there. New issues drop regularly. Every page, every voice, every movement. Tap into the culture at www.underground-nation.com. The underground isn't just music, it's a nation.
It's tough to delegate tasks, man. And I don't know. I'm like the type of person that, you know, even at work, it's like they've said like, hey, you know, delegate tasks, try to train people. And I'm just like, I'm the type of person where it's like, I can do it in 5 minutes, or I can train you for 2 hours. I'm just gonna move out of the way. Let me just do it real quick.
But wouldn't you get some leisure of being able to train them, being able to kind of milk the clock a little bit?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I get it. Now that we kind of bring that up, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, like, independent projects like yours require constant funding. Have you faced challenges like balancing music costs with keeping the signal alive, like production, visuals, promo?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've sacrificed a lot. You know what I mean? It's not only me, but my loved ones have sacrificed a lot. It's one of those things. Like I said, it's an obsession, and it's something that I believe in so fiercely. And it's not that the people that are involved don't support it, or else they wouldn't sacrifice so much. I mean, you know, I sacrifice time and money and everything else. And, you know, don't we all, for everything we love? But it's one of those things that if I didn't do it, I would regret it. And the people that love you and support you, like, they know that. And, you know, that's what counts. I say I've sacrificed time and I've sacrificed a lot, and so have they. But it's because they believe in it, and so do I. And, you know, the progress we've made in the year and a half since we started this is crazy. I mean, we were completely unknown in music circles a year and a half ago. Not a single person knew about BARCODE or anything. And, you know, we started 4 people following each other, basically. And from there, we've just grown and grown. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with not only my friends, but people that I just think are so talented. And it's only going to get bigger, and it only has got bigger. So
Absolutely.
yeah. And you know what's funny is whenever after we released our first album, I was in a lot of music reviews. I was in so many music reviews. Every single day, I was in 3 to 5 music reviews, submitting songs, waiting through the queue, sending skips, whatever. And 3 out of 5 of those reactions, not the best reactions. You know what I mean? I mean, when we started this album, it was like 2 out of 5 people didn't understand it. And at first that really hurt. But what I realized is the stuff we do isn't for everybody, and it's not supposed to be for everybody. And the people that do get it and the people that do love it, those are the ones we make it for. So, it started out that way. I would submit songs into queues, and I would see, people would put like thinking emojis, like crying emojis. But you know what's funny? Some of those very same people, whether it's months later, whether it's a year later, they end up shooting me a follow. I end up following them. Half the time I've ended up reaching out to them and just, asking if they want to collaborate or whatever it is. And it's sparked crazy friendships because, we're dedicated. It doesn't matter what you think of us right off the rip, but, a year from now, you're going to see us. 2 years from now, you're going to see us. 5 years from now, you're going to see us. And every time we're going to be doing better. Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So you're speaking of them right now. I mean, you're doing it for your fans, many of them outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
What advice do you give about turning pain or alienation into something creative and powerful?
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your idea. You have to believe in your vision. Whenever you do something and you put your feelers out and you kind of see what people think, and people shoot it down, or maybe they aren't receptive like you think they are. It's not that they hate you. It's not that they don't believe in you. It's that they can't see inside your brain.
That's right.
You can't prove it to them. You can't show them unless you just do it. You know what I mean? Like, so
We're getting pretty close tonight. I'm just saying.
Yeah. If you have an idea and you think it's wild and nobody's going to understand it, that's the idea you need to chase after. That's what you need to pursue, because it's original. It's true and it's real. So
absolutely,
you got to take a chance. You got to take a chance. If you do stuff safe all the time, I mean,
absolutely.
If everybody likes it and everybody loves it and they think it's great, like, it's kind of weird. To me, that's
weird. That's
like,
weird.
I don't.
And that's why I see it's so important for artists of today to focus on community building.
Yeah. If you show your stuff to 100 people and all of them say they like it, I think some of them are lying.
They don't want to hurt you or hurt your feelings, break your heart.
Yeah.
But what legacy do you hope 6-Bit leaves in the industry, not just as an MC, but as a movement?
That's a beautiful question. Some say nerdcore is dead. I don't think so. Nerdcore is very much alive.
It's definitely alive. Are you kidding me?
Nerdcore,
I'm a nerd
so
right
alive,
now.
right? And it's because, like, some of the pioneers, MC Chris, he's still doing shows. Don't get me wrong, but it's like some of them settled down a little bit. They don't produce albums like they once did. So that in some people's mind, they're like, oh, nerdcore's dead, but they're not looking for more nerdcore artists. And we're out here. There's so many artists rapping about, just anything we love. And that, to me, is what nerdcore is at its heart, is, people writing music about weird stuff that they love that is nerdy. You know what I mean? And whether video games or astrophysics or sci-fi or anime or whatever it is, participate in nerdcore, everybody. Be nerdy, be weird, combine it with stuff that it doesn't need to be a part of. I can't believe nobody's done like cyberspace digital hip hop before us. It's one of those things. Has anybody done this before? Has anybody
that I know of?
I just can't believe it. It's 2026 almost. Yep. And we just reached out and we just did it. Weird.
We just did. Well, there's a time and a place, and there's a perfect timing for everything. You just may be right on time there, 6-Bit.
I don't know. Personally, my legacy, I wanna become literally an AI. I want 6-Bit as a character to be uploaded to the internet to make music for all eternity for free, and that's it.
And therefore, 6-bit will never die.
Yeah. I just started out as a human, but 6-bit one day is going to actually be a hip-hop AI.
I would like to make a bounce ball AI. I want to live forever.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah.
You know, I was actually thinking like if you like taught your younger generation, like my son, for example, like, listen, my voice is right here. When I'm gone, you can keep making money off my name, my brand. I think that's a cool idea. Something I probably should think more about.
I feel like I fumbled your question. Let's see.
No, you did great. Kidding me? We're just talking about your legacy.
My legacy.
You said something most artists won't even consider right now.
Keep the signal alive here, 6-bit, and the Barcode crew turning the void into rhythm with their track bit bob.
Drip drops it with the bar. Tick tock for the clock. Which one got ganache? Which spot left for the sauce? Drip drops it with the bar. Hip hop for the top. Which one got ganache? Which spot left for the sauce? My gosh.
Got the sauce like an Italian granny. Never gonna sell out, never want a Grammy. Get my flow from a zone above the ozone, far above the heavens in a place where the pros go. My shit is animalistic, never miss it. When I get up on the mic and I float, I'm on a mission. Everybody in the building would know I leave impressed. When I get up on a stage and I go, I make a killing. Tick tock on the clock while the crowd rock. Every little minute gets lost while the bass knock. Not gone, just spent on the hip hop. Worth every second and thought that was involved. We keep on bringing it, regardless of the negative energy that people want to bring upon the narrative. Barcode, here's another for the books. Hey, cashback, take them to the hood.
Drip drops it with the bar. Tick tock for the clock. Which one got ganache? Which spot left for the sauce? Drip drops it with the bar. Hip hop for the top. Which one got ganache? Which spot left for the sauce? My gosh. Cash back, hit him with a hook. Sauce on stove, I'ma go take a look. One spot left, can't best Alfredo. But there is a no, so rush the tomato. Play-Doh, spaghetti with the red zone ready. Green leaf, man, let us hold steady. Cold belly, ice in the cup. Know me on deck and the cookie get tough. Biscotti, don't come in my coffee. Broccoli, now they gone soft like broccoli. Steamed up, cage on the rise. Range bubbled up in the stage with time. Bye-bye, call me cash back when the data gets jacked. Cat sack, fat sack. Got a little herb for dessert.
I want to assimilate into the cloud, and I want to become a small army of nanobots, okay? And these nanobots live in a physical cloud, kind of like a mist, you know what I'm saying? And they can, like, you know, formulate a likeness, a physical body. They can live in cyberspace. They can live in the physical universe. You know, freedom of both. They can live in space, wherever. That's what I want to. That's my legacy.
Would you be mad if I caught one and kept it as a nanobite?
No, we like make extra because people.
Like, sorry.
No, we make extra so people can take them.
6-bit, I love your personality, love the story. Is there anything that we may be forgetting? Or do you have any shout outs? Thank yous, extra things you want to promo? Please take the time to shine.
Yes, please. That would be so dope. I just want to give a shout out to my core team, DJ Floppy Disk, Cashback, Mac Modem. Love you guys. Give a shout out to my mod team, Mr. Nice Guy Productions, Deadeye Ash, Mac Modem, DJ Floppy Disk as well. We are working on a new album. It's Sheila, can I tell them? My manager said I can't tell you guys the name just yet. Why can't I just tell them, Sheila? It's all right. Anyways, yeah, Sheila won't let me tell you guys, but it's okay. We're working on the next album. It's even bigger. It's even better. More collaborators. More fun. More digital, cyberspace themed hip hop. More friends and some old ones as well. What else? Let's see. So we are collaborating with an EDM artist right now. He is doing a little something, and that's
a little something. Ooh, you mean like for Halloween, Christmas?
Possibly Halloween. You know, we're working on it. We're thinking about it maybe an October release.
Like Halloween.
So yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
I like Halloween.
Sheila, I told
Sheila, please, Sheila, if you hear me, I love you. I know you don't know me yet. They call me Mr. Boogie. I love you. On behalf of the whole Underground Nation.
She's like this close to being fired. It's okay.
Oh, damn it, Sheila. Oh, my God. Now she's really going to kick you in the nuts.
I've fired her like 5 times. I love her. I always go back. It's a toxic relationship. But
It's
Yeah.
a toxic relationship. Well, I hope you and Sheila work it out.
Wouldn't do it without it. Right?
So for new listeners who may be just discovering 6-Bit right now, where should they go to like, follow, and subscribe?
TikTok. That's our main home. Go on TikTok. That's the most updated. That we're the most active on there. Also, of course, follow Cashback, aka Columbini, Mac Modem, DJ Floppy Disk as well. Every Friday we do Barcode Radio. If you're an artist, please submit your music. We'd love to hear it. But
Perfect.
we also have a website, 6bithiphop.com. Go on there. You can get all of my socials and all of that stuff. And I hope to see you guys on TikTok.
And again, that was 6bithiphop.com. Very cool. Very cool. And that's the transmission, y'all. Big shout out to 6-Bit and the entire Barcode crew for stepping into the Underground Nation podcast tonight. If you felt the glitch, if you vibed with the broadcast, do your part to keep the signal alive. Like, follow, and subscribe to 6-Bit on TikTok, and to go to 6bithiphop.com to discover him on all platforms. And don't forget to stop at the Underground Nation. That's www.underground-nation.com, and search for all upcoming underground artists we are premiering on our wonderful website and publication. Make sure to go on your favorite platform. We are looking to get our reviews up. Drop us a review, take a snapshot, just search Underground Nation Podcast. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Drop us a review, take a snapshot, send it in to us, and we'll give you a shout out on an upcoming episode. So, this is your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, reminding you, stay underground, stay united, and never, ever let the signal die. Thank you, 6-Bit.
Thank you so much, Bounce Ball Boogie. I appreciate your time, and this was a lot of fun.
That wraps up another electrifying episode of the Underground Nation podcast with host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. Big respect to 6-Bit and the Barcode crew for bringing their signal to the underground. If you felt the glitch, show love, like, follow, and subscribe to 6-Bit on all major platforms and keep the transmission alive. And don't forget to visit underground-nation.com for music, news, and the artists rewriting the code of culture. Until next time, stay underground.